My dear students, Volume 1, Chapter 1. How to conduct oneself. Once, a man went to the court of a king in the disguise of Shankaracharya. Thinking that Shankaracharya himself has come, the king offered due respects to the man. Being in the disguise of Shankaracharya, he taught all the truths of life to the king. The king, at the end, offered a plate full of gold coins to the man. The man replied that one has to leave his wealth, relations, and worldly duties in order to be liberated, and said that he would come again the next day in another form. On the second day he came in the disguise of a dancer and danced majestically in the court. It was astonishingly beautiful. The dancer did not keep his 2 feet on the floor. The people present were astonished. As soon as the dance was over, the king came down with a plate full of gold coins and offered it to the dancer. The dancer told him, "O king, these coins are not enough for me. I want more." The king questioned, "Yesterday, you discarded the same coins offered to you and today you demand more?" The dancer said, "As is the form, so is the behavior. Yesterday, I was in the disguise of Shankaracharya and I acted according to the norms of a sannyasi. O king, as people's conduct is not accompanied by proper respect and decorum, as their behavior is not proper, I have come in this form to teach you. If the students behave properly, according to their standard, then only it is good. It will be humiliating for the tradition of a student if he does not behave properly. If a teacher does not conduct himself according to his standard, it is shameful. If the householder does not keep up the glory of the tradition of a householder, it is an embarrassment for that phase of life. In whichever country you live, in whatever times you exist, you have to take into account the time, place, and circumstances. Even in history, this kind of behavior of divinity itself can be seen. A Gopika in the Dwapara age went to a well with 2 vessels. She rested one on her head and she wanted to keep the second one on top of the first. But there was nobody to help her. At that time, Krishna arrived there. She asked Krishna, "Would you place this vessel on top of the first vessel above my head?" Krishna said that he would not do it. She was full of sorrow that Krishna would not help her. And then came another woman, who helped her, and they went home. Krishna also followed her to her home. There without the Gopika praying to him, he himself put down the vessel from her head. The Gopika was surprised. She said, "Krishna, you refuse to keep the vessel on my head near the well. Now, without my prayer, you have brought the vessel down. What is the significance of this?" Krishna said, "It is not my nature to burden people, but only to reduce it. It is not God's nature to burden people. On the other hand, he unburdens them. It is difficult for people to understand this kind of behavior. Man's nature is to crave for happiness. Joy is his nature. Ignorant of his joyous nature, he seeks joy elsewhere, outside of him. When he learns, he thinks there is joy in learning. But he does not derive joy at all by learning. He makes many efforts thinking that employment gives joy. Even after obtaining a job, he does not derive joy at all. He thinks that marriage will make him happy and becomes a householder. Thinking that progeny will give him happiness, he wants to have children. He does not get any joy at all from children. Thinking that wealth is the source of happiness, he seeks wealth day and night, without any rest at all. Without finding any joy or happiness, he dips and wails for all that happened to him, often after losing his health. Then only man realizes that neither learning, nor wealth, nor children, nor anything in this world will give him happiness. Even if he has health and wealth, he does not enjoy any happiness at all. The dog at hay does not allow the cattle to come and feed on that, nor does it eat that hay. In the same way, wealthy people neither give anything to the society, nor enjoy their wealth. This is not the sign of affluence. Charity is a part of wealth. But man is not realizing that charity alone gives him happiness.